things that you kind of take for granted, and if they're going for more of that realistic feel, these things seem like self-evident to me.
Well, we are getting lamps.
Ooh.
Well,
So, all right, that requires some
All right,
explanation.
yeah, take it away with lamps only on Open Comms Radio.
The thing is, though, now that you say that, I can't unsee it. You're absolutely right.
The Reclaimer, let's talk about that first, because I was going to go in a totally different direction.
you can make as much money as you need and work your way towards any ship in the game.
They were trying to cash in off of that nostalgia and that hype.
So, who was Rick Moranis' character in Ghostbusters, the original, 1984?
Oh goodness, what was his name?
Yeah, what was his name?
Was he the scientist? Was he like a ghost scientist or something?
I don't actually.
I
I got
remember.
the name here, but I can't remember like what his character did, like who his character was.
It was Rick McGhosty Moranis.
Louis Tully.
Wow,
Louis
Louis
Tully.
Tully.
Oh, okay. Who was that originally written for? That's a fun trivia question.
Who was Rick Moranis' role in the original Ghostbusters originally written for?
Yeah.
This
could be anyone, honestly, but it's a
George
comedian.
Carlin.
Nope.
Oh, what the guy that's like, hey everybody, we're swimming naked or whatever from Caddyshack. Hey yo,
You're actually not far off. Another Canadian comedian.
Ryan
He's
Reynolds.
kind of heavy set.
Oh, not Ryan Reynolds. Seth Rogen.
No, but this is way before Seth Rogen's time, like last generation.
I don't know.
He was a co-star in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, the big dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his name.
Okay, he was also Barf in Spaceballs.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I know who it is.
John Candy.
John Candy.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, John Candy. If only you could live to see today when there's fire officially in Star Citizen.
He'd love it.
Welcome, Ghost of John Candy, to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. And today we have a good one for you because my co-host today is Cosmic Hobo.
Hey, it's me.
Cosmic, you've been playing PTU.
I got it running right now.
You got it running right now, and you're about to blow up an Idris, I believe.
Yeah, it's mostly dead. I think Cadoyle is trying to get away with it, but I blew up most of the components.
What did you use to blow up the Idris, if I may ask?
Well, I first started with a Perseus. And those size 8 guns just shred. Like, they do massive amounts of penetration and damage to components. And that's a big deal now. And now I'm sitting in the Vanguard Harbinger that I have in my hangar for some reason. I don't own one. Don't know. But using that, it's got ballistics. Ballistics are back, baby. Ballistics are going to be huge.
Pop, 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 pop.
Cannons, like ballistic cannons in particular. Big deal. Even laser cannons are going to be big again. It's just
really,
yeah. It's the way they hit harder, especially on bigger ships. You're going to want to use cannons, and they changed the projectile speeds to make them faster too. So it's really cool. But yeah.
So what if I'm using attritions? And I'm firing on like a fighter or something. Are my attritions still going to work against like a Hornet versus Hornet?
Probably. I haven't sat. We were talking to Autumn earlier, and we all like everyone was going through the different stats and all that, and it sounds like, at least from her analysis, that cannons are back, even laser cannons, not just ballistic. Although ballistics are awesome now, like they're great again.
Mm-hmm. Ballistics are great again.
Mm-hmm.
Finally.
Oh, jumped away.
Well done. Yeah, well done, Chris Roberts. But that's not the only news from the PTU. There's something a little more interesting. And I asked you what should this week's question be? And you said,
I wanted to talk about engineering. So engineering, busy work or game changer? I clearly already have a bias to this question because I'm saying the latter. It's a
busy
game
work?
changer.
Oh.
Well, former would be the first, and latter would be the later one.
So why is it a game changer there, Cosmic Hobo?
Well, probably the biggest thing is regarding multi-crew ships. And everyone knew they were going to want you to have more crew for your multi-crew
For
ships.
fire extinguishers.
Fire extinguishers. Like they're your engineers. Engineers are going to be in high demand the next few months because these people need to learn the layout of ships, where components are, where fire extinguishers are, where the engineering terminals are, and how to operate said engineering terminals. They're not too hard to read. I will say that the tech preview that I tried earlier on, the engineering terminal made no sense. It was just a barrage of information. Like it was confusing. It had no explanation, and it was pretty bad. But it's gotten a lot better. It makes a lot more sense now.
Is it like is it quick? Because I feel like all those terminals and stuff, they're kind of like finicky.
Mm-hmm.
And my concern with engineering was like, oh man, you gotta like run and do this thing on the terminal, but like you snap out of it or something for whatever, like the ship shakes and your character like gets pulled away from the terminal and stuff. I don't know.
It's a lot better because the main screen that it takes you to is a useful, important screen, and you don't have to necessarily click into that to get at least a quick idea. Because there's a notification center in the top right, like a little bell. Like hit that bell and subscribe.
Oh,
Hey,
hey, you can
yeah,
do
get
that.
that call to action in there.
Yeah. By the way, little digression here. I want to apologize to everybody. All the videos posted twice because I finally connected YouTube with the RSS feed, and then it reposted everything twice. So,
apology accepted. I'm speaking on behalf of our followers.
Yeah. Thank you. That's it. So, anyway, you're back on the ship. You're at the console. It's easy to navigate.
Yeah, it's easy to navigate, and if you don't want to dig into it, there's a notification center you can take a quick kind of glance at. It'll have like a 1, 2, or 3 for any of the warnings, like how many warnings you have. So it's like right now, if something's okay, it says fixed, which is kind of weird because that implies you fixed it and not like normal, but whatever, it's GTU. Third wave, by the way, we're up to wave 3. We're just tonight they opened up wave 3.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
That was this patch.
That's fast. I feel like they just when was wave 1?
A couple days ago.
Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
It was like Monday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Well,
I don't
let's
think
keep
that's
chugging.
evidence that they're kicking this out the door so fast. I think they just want more data because I think we've all discussed many times that Evo is not enough. And wave 1 is decent, but they need more.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Butts and seats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, well, speaking of, is it working, the butts and the seats? Do you feel like it's stable?
I think so. They're defaulting to Vulkan now, and that has its own.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Issues. Like my frames are just freaking awful around the Perseus. Like the Polaris was always kind of bad, but right now the Perseus just hurts to try and move around in. Like one of those video clips I sent you, I didn't watch it beforehand before I sent you it, and then I watched it. I'm like, wow, I'm getting like a frame a second there because it's bad. Yeah.
Well, that's par for the course. It's kind of what you expect.
Yeah, and the thing is, when it does work, when I am getting normal numbers of frames, it's like a whole nother game. Like it feels so much smoother for some reason. Like it feels like you're playing a single player game at some points where you don't have that kind of lag you get playing Star Citizen. Oh, there's one of the clips you've got. All right, all right. For those watching right now, this clip, which is very cool, was so this was on live, and there were some shitheads camping between Levski and Stanton gateways, or Levski and Stanton Gateway.
I feel there's gonna be a
And
lot of shitheads camping that for the
yeah, because
foreseeable
there's
future. I
nowhere to
feel.
go. Like that's one of the problems not right now with Nyx is you've got 3 jump points unless you grab a mission. It's Pyro Gateway, Stanton Gateway, and Levski. Great. Okay. That's just asking to get camped, and these folks do.
I don't mind it. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah. So we wanted to break this blockade, and because partially, so it was two objectives. One, Shveet, our friend and fellow org member, got popped on the way from Stanton Gateway to Levski, and we needed to save him because he had important stuff on him. So we got together to break the blockade, and we dropped out kind of far away from the interdictors, and they were just sitting there, not moving. So Kadoyle turned his ship, his Idris, with the railgun attached towards them. They still didn't move, and he fired one shot and sniped a mantis from it's like 6 or 7 kilometers away. It was very, very cool to see because they just didn't move. You gotta keep moving, But it was
Yes, I
love
learned
that
that the
clip.
hard way many times. So I guess I
Oh, and
hadn't learned it.
this next one is he came in a little fast on the hole, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
At Levski,
and
and we
oh,
bounced.
you survived?
Yep, it's the
You
Idris. That
It's
thing
the Idris?
bounces.
Really? So they just flew into the hole of Levski, right up onto
Mhm.
the wall there.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you were in an air or something, you just would have smashed and died.
Oh yeah, no. The Idris, it
Okay.
bounces.
Well, pay to win, I guess.
Pay to bounce.
I got this one here. I don't know what this is. You got a handgun in your hand.
Oh
and
yeah,
and
I'm
there's
on
a
fire.
lot of smoke.
That's my Perseus engineering room on fire. And one of the fun facts about the Perseus engineering room is it's kind of deep in the back of the ship and there's no exits to vent. So it's kind of hard to deal with a fire back there.
You really can't see anything.
You can't see shit. And
The smoke looks really good.
This is actually improved from Monday or Tuesday. Wait, what day is it? It's Wednesday. The Monday or Tuesday patch where the smoke was even worse and you couldn't see anything at all. This is improved. This is improved.
So
I'll say
where's
that.
the fire in here?
That's a great question. I don't know because it got very fiery, very smoky, and then the fire seemed to vanish, but the smoke stuck around. So if we're talking real world physics, the fire ran out of oxygen, but since we're in space, the heat remained. But I'm also currently sitting at over 2,000 degrees Celsius, which I think is enough to turn me into jello.
Yeah, you should be boiling.
Yeah.
Your body temperature, it says, is 39.6.
Yeah, it's a little
39.7.
high. But I should be dead.
Yeah, how long can a person maintain a temperature of 39 degrees? Or do you just die before that?
I don't know.
Celsius. So that's
I imagine you cook your brain enough to no longer function.
Well, 39 Celsius actually isn't that hot.
Okay.
Things considered.
I guess it would be a sustained thing.
Yeah, you can get 40 outdoor. That's in the 90s. So that's probably a little hot.
Yeah.
I don't know what the regulated body temperature is in Celsius.
There's math there, and I don't like it.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up for us. What's going on here? You're in a hangar.
Oh, this is me getting a frame a second, but just wait for the surprise in 10 seconds. Did you pause?
So average
There it
body.
is.
What
Yeah.
happened? You
Uh,
just everything exploded. Nothing,
so
literally nothing was happening, and then everything exploded.
when your power plant, this is a great segue into how engineering works now. So when your power plant takes enough damage and goes critical, you have to fix it before it goes critical. You've got a timer on the engineering station. I don't know if you see that timer on the MFDs of your ship. I don't know. I haven't had enough time to really try that, but the timer ticks down. And when it hits 0, it essentially just self-destructs the ship.
Wait, hold on a second. Why is the timer ticking down?
Because the power plant has gone critical. It takes enough damage
Okay.
that it's overheating and go boom. You know, Star Trek. The warp core is overloading. You know,
Okay.
and you have to stop it and prevent that, or you do that.
So it gets damaged just by like ship fire and stuff, by
Yeah.
people shooting at you. Okay. And so it overloads, has a timer, and then it can explode if you don't fix it within that timer.
Yep.
And in order to fix it, you just got to shoot a repair tool at it.
Yep.
All right.
Although there
Hot
is
dog.
a % chance that you can't stop it.
How high of a percent?
No idea.
Oh,
It
geez.
did not list that in any of the documentation or patch notes.
All right. Well, this week we're talking about engineering. We're talking about engineering. Is it busy work? Is it game changing? We covered a lot of ground in this first part, but we're going to start bringing out a couple of guests right now, a couple of callers. If you did want to call in, you could call in live on the Discord. You just join the Discord here. We'll take your call. You can voice your concern or share some wisdom. And just a little clarification from earlier in the episode: the average normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius.
Okay. So you're just like you're running a fever, I guess.
You're right. It's not that hot. Yeah. So that suit is actually quite impressive if it's 2,435 degrees outside, but you're only 38. Yeah. This is a good guy a good guy you love, who has very likely not played the engineering. It is Wicket. Wicket, welcome to Open Comms Radio. First question for you today, Wicket. Engineering. Busy work or game changing?
Citizens, long-time listener, occasional caller.
Welcome, Wicket. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome.
So far, I'm not part of the PTU. I'm not one of the in crowd. I'm an outsider looking in.
Yep.
Watched a lot of coverage of since it's gone to Wave 1 and the NDA was lifted. Watched a lot of videos. Watched Cosmic and Broccoli Rob and some others doing some stuff in 4.5 and testing some of the new features and the engineering, gameplay, and so forth. First thing I have to say is, so far, what I've seen for one facet of the entire expansion is super disappointing. And that, of course, is no rocket jet pack fire extinguishers.
Yep, dude.
I do have to agree with you with that one. That's a problem. They need to fix that.
What are you doing?
This is a game that prides itself on realism and fundamental physics.
Yep.
You know, gravity generators notwithstanding, and so forth.
Yep.
Almost near faster than light travel, etc., etc. And they couldn't get the rocket jetpack fire extinguisher correct. Unbelievable.
It
So
is severely disappointing.
I think what's also disappointing is no mention of it.
None.
No Spectrum,
None.
no SCL. No one's even talking about this. And it's like you want us to believe in it's already when I leave my ship and do these missions in Nyx, and there's a ship flying out there in the asteroid. The asteroids aren't moving. Okay. And then I come up on this ship and I bump into this body. The body doesn't move. Okay. And then you're gonna just cherry on top and give us a brand new shiny toy that is a beautiful, exquisite fire extinguisher, and not allow us to use that to propel us in space. Are we playing a space game?
I don't know. Sometimes I really don't know.
Good question. Now, having said that and gotten that out of the way, some of the engineering stuff, well, I'll say all of the engineering stuff looks like it has promise. But with the other changes that they've made to the game, what I've seen so far, and I'm sure this is just all iterative, and this will finally there'll become a happy medium. But currently, in its current state, I'm very worried. I'm seeing, and this goes to the question: busy work or game changer? I guess kind of both, really. In my mind, I've seen a lot of ships taking very few hits and then all of a sudden catching fire left, right, and center. Stuff breaking, stuff turning off, the alarm constantly sounding, not shutting down. And it seems like especially in larger ships with interiors, everybody's running around trying to figure out what's broken, how do I get to it, how do I fix it. It seems like the fire can never be put out, and then it comes back again. And this is from a few shots from some innocuous ship. Obviously everybody was standing still, and this is just a test, but I'm hopeful that that will get changed, because it seems like our glorious space game that we all have come to know and love is turning into running around with my head cut off fireman simulator.
Well, to be fair, that does not sound like a bad experience. But, and also to be fair, do you think that they're just testing? Like these things are turned up because they want to test the fire, so they want more instances of fire happening, so they're just let it happen like all the time.
Maybe, but I would hope that they would have communicated that, because excuse me, I would have hoped that they would have communicated that and let us know that this is an extreme case because they wanted to test systems or whatever. But I don't think that was ever communicated, not from what I've seen.
It's on the PTU, which implies it's a testing universe. So I would assume
Obviously,
anything on there is testing.
Obviously, that's true. I mean, the PU technically is testing. It's alpha. That's technically testing. That's understood. What I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is if the amount of fire and the amount of stuff breaking constantly from hardly any, like, oh my God, I skinned my knee up, we're gonna have to amputate, that kind of thing.
I think you're overstating that, but because that's not
Well, who's
the
cutting
experience
legs
I've had
off?
so far.
Well, that's an analogy. It's like, I saw several videos where a guy shot a ship, and 2 or 3 shots of the ship, and
Pop, pop, pop.
half the ship is broken, everything's on fire, and
Well, that's probably just that guy was probably flying a Stinger.
no,
Yeah, that's just what happens when you're in the Stinger. Your wings just pop right off. Your ship causes fire. You can't fly it anymore. That's a Stinger problem.
anyway, the point is that if I haven't gone in depth. I mean, some of the notes I saw on some of the changes, there's like 1,200 changes just in weapons, I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to read through all that.
No, but they were cool. They got lots of new like red dot sights, lots of new weapon components, and they did a lot of like damage stuff. Balancing. That's what you call it. A lot of weapon balancing, and I think there's a lot of new guns coming in too. I didn't read through the whole list, but it was long.
Well, my hope is, with what I've seen so far, the old analogy that they always like to express, and by they I mean CIG, is dial it back to fun. What I've seen so far, that's not my kind of fun. Somebody else may love that stuff, but I don't know if I would want to be the guy constantly running around putting out fires. I mean, in my mind, in my mind,
Yeah.
if we're going to bring it to more of a simulation type thing and more realistic, yes, that what happens now with a couple of shots, that would happen at like after that ship has battled like 2 or 3 enemies, and it's really taken a beating over a multi 5-10 minute fight with a bunch of different attackers, and after it's dispatched them or gotten out of there, this is what the ship is left with. Now we got to fix it, but or maybe this is something that happens while you're fighting and you got your crew back there taking care of business, trying to repair stuff. But this is like after it's really taken a beating. It's like in the current game when you're super red and you have to go and repair, or you're not going to be able to make it to in your next battle, that kind of thing. But I could understand that, but it's like almost the amount of damage has been dialed up to 100. Where
It's funny you say that, because it's been like the exact opposite from my experience.
Really?
Oh, right now when you were shooting that Idris?
Yes. It took a lot of shots.
Well, I've seen specifically Captain Foxy Loxy. It's another YouTuber. I saw him doing some testing, like fire 2 or 3 shots, and they went right straight through the ship.
Well, yeah, it depends what you're shooting with and shooting at.
Well, that's just an example. Now you're talking about shooting the biggest ship in the game, but even that,
and I was shooting at it, and it took forever.
I didn't think it took forever. I thought I was watching your video or your stream on Discord, and after a couple of shots, stuff was already on fire. It seems like
No, the Idris did not catch fire ever. Like, it was the other way
Oh,
around.
that was you were in the Perseus.
I was in the Perseus. Oh yeah, the Perseus got fucked by the. So, fun fact: the Ares can finally do its job. Is the Inferno? That's what he hit me with. Is with the Inferno. Like, so he had a ship specifically designed to do that, and it was working as intended for the first time ever.
I'll leave my final take on this to where it actually goes to the PU. I mean, I know this is the first iteration. Maybe they have dialed it up to gather more data and to see how it functions and stuff. I just would have liked that to be communicated. Like, okay, this is going to be a little bit extra. This is not going to be the final product. You're going to have extra damage or something. That's what it seems like to me. Maybe I'm overstating the fact, but that's just my assumption. From what I've seen, all the videos I've consumed. I haven't done anything in the PTU myself, but just what I've seen online and what my fellow guildies have done on Discord and shared with us. So I might be maybe misunderstanding it. That's not the first time that would have happened, but my initial take is I hope this gets dialed back a little bit.
So Wicket, you play a lot of those fantasy MMO games, WoW and stuff. You played those, yeah?
Yeah.
What class did you play?
All of them.
No, what's your go-to though?
It just depends what I'm in the mood. Like, my initial start off was a druid. That was my first thing, and he's like a multifaceted role that's not a master of any role. They can do almost everything.
Yeah. See? I'm clocking you. Well, speaking of someone I'm clocking, oh my gosh, I almost brought him up to the wrong space. This guy plays a lot. He'll have something to say to us about the FPS weapons, about all the new FPS stuff coming in. Hobo, did you play any of that FPS stuff?
No, I've only done engineering with the ship stuff so far.
Okay, Rob, you want to come on in here? You have to accept a little legal disclaimer there. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what it says. Brock the Rob, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. This week's question: engineering, busy work, or game changer?
How's it going, y'all? Definitely game changer. Sorry if I sound a little iffy. I got the COVID and flu shot yesterday, and still recovering from that. It is kicking my ass.
You did it. You doubled up.
I did it. I doubled up too when I did mine.
You never double up.
That was fine.
Oh my God.
Mostly.
Broccoli Rob, I don't know if we can trust your word now, knowing how heavily drugged up you are. But
True.
you seem pretty excited about this. I've been seeing you text. I know you've been doing a lot of the engineering, a lot of the running around. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be great for the game at large.
So you're putting out fires. You're playing with this console. Hobo was mentioned before about how the power plant can just get shot and go on the fritz, and you got a timer before you got to repair it. Are there any other, interesting gameplay things with other components that are maybe unique here?
As far as unique goes, I would say, I think the whole thing is unique. I was looking at that little engineering doc they sent out.
It's
But
not so little.
Yeah, right. Not so little, but I think that it's not going to change how like single seaters kind of like basic stuff works. But I do think it's going to bring in a level of like weight to fights that we haven't seen before that we need to see.
Weight, WEIGHT, heaviness.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If you get into a big fight and you win and you take off, you don't just, dust your hands off and be like, all right, cool, on to the next one. Like having it mean something is important.
You mean something that you got hit? You have a hole in your ship, you got to patch it, sort of thing.
Yeah, that you got into a fight with another ship and you came out on top. Like you don't just get to go to a space station and click a few buttons and then you've got a brand new ship, like all, fixed up and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So there needs to be evidence that you got into a huge fight and you got away or won.
Okay. Well, right now my wings keep falling off.
I think that might be user error. I'm not sure though.
Sounds like a you problem.
All the time, my wings are popping off. Okay. Do you think people are going to be just like really being like, I'm going to be an engineer, and that's what they're going to be doing for like 3 hours?
I think so. I think if the gameplay is there for it,
Really?
people will want to take it on. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in doing that sometimes at least.
It feels like you should care about your ship now. It's not
Yeah.
just a metal box with guns on it anymore. It has all manner of systems inside that need to be maintained. But it's also the way damage is now done, because the whole health pool thing, which is what we've been used to for years, is gone. Okay, not entirely gone, but mostly gone. There is still a hole you can cut through, and eventually that will make it super easy for you to go kablooey. But
Is that hole the shields and the armor?
no, hull as in hull, like it is your ship hull, HULL hull.
Oh, okay.
But on top of that, yes, you do have armor that is important as well. And I don't think we've necessarily grasped how armor repair is going to work. I get the sense you're going to have to take that back to a pad or station for repair, because that's finite. But sometime in the future, I suppose you'll be able to craft like armor plates or something. I don't know. That's unclear at this point. But that's another factor. It very much follows that old RPG formula of health, armor, and shields. And shields being rechargeable, armor being finite that needs some sort of a consumable or break before you can fix that, and then health being health.
So if I go to the hangar and land my ship, it'll repair my armor and my health right now?
Yes, from what we can tell. But there's
And
a
my
big
components.
asterisk there. There's a big asterisk there with the components. Yes, they will repair the health side of components. There's essentially 2 health bars now for components. There's your health bar, which is what you would imagine it would be. It takes damage, it breaks, you fix it. Then there's wear and tear. and this is probably one of the more controversial additions, we'll say, because wear and tear, as of right now, without crafting or any of those sorts of mechanics, wear and tear is a one and done thing. If your component is worn down entirely, it must be replaced.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of
Okay.
questions about that, because what about these components that you can't replace on ships?
Yep. And what about these components that I bought with real money?
When did you buy components with real money?
It's going to happen.
It did. People forget that the Voyager Direct store ever existed, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because most people wanted to.
But don't you get special? I remember I had like special components. What was I do? I think the 300 series or whatever. I customize it, and I had like, I guess I just had guns and stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember
There were components in some sale. I think I remember. Maybe
I
I'm
remember
wrong.
the customization because my 315 is customized, but I don't think there were components offered
All
for
wood.
that. Well, yes,
All wood
but that's
interior.
not
Yeah.
the ship components. Not the power plant, radar, cooler. Those components are what I'm talking about.
Okay. Are weapons components? No.
They're weapons.
Do weapons have wear and tear?
I don't actually remember.
They do.
They do? Okay.
They're components. So if the weapons wear and tear runs out,
you got to get a new weapon.
You got to get a new weapon. So I do have weapons that I own in my hangar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still many questions about insurance and warranty and what applies to what that we have yet to see implemented. And
they're going to have to do insurance like very soon. This is like going to have to be figured out. I know they gave that like presentation about it, but this is going to have to be implemented like very, very soon.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
No? I can't imagine for the next 3 months that the game is out that they're just like, oh yeah, like you can just permanently lose stuff from your like your hangar.
But
I think the Spectrum would go nuts.
But you're not losing anything purchased.
I also think like stock stuff you should be able to claim as insurance, but I think that like XL1s, the ones that we, manufacture, I think that should go away. Because I think that will go into you caring about your ship more. Because if I can just throw away my Corsair with the XL1 on it every time I, don't feel like using it, then I don't care about that ship.
Well, I think that as engineering and wear and tear and all this stuff gets developed, initially I can foresee that this comes through 4.5 and we get the engineering and we get wear and tear. We don't really have any way of combating wear and tear. There's no crafting. There's no, there's no individual way of us fixing wear and tear on an individual basis. And they just leave the magic repair button in until that system comes online, as a stopgap. I can live with that.
Yeah, I could see that, honestly.
Maybe pair that with an extra AUEC charge to repair wear and tear or fresh, or I don't know, something similar. That can just be a stopgap system until other more permanent systems come online.
I think with crafting, we'll have a chance to do wear and tear replacements or break down and rebuild broken components. I also really think we should have to take these components to landing zones like Dumpers Depot. I can't remember who was talking about that, but taking stuff to like Dumpers Depot to overhaul it, and then it like, come back in like an hour or 2 hours or something,
Yeah,
and we'll
that
have
could be
it
a
fixed
thing.
up for you. That I'd like to see, because A, I want us to have a reason to go there. B, I want us to have sort of an
Well,
out for having
if
to
you
craft
think about
everything.
it, every hangar has that little cubby on the side. I think just about every hangar has like drone repair thing
Hmm.
that
Yeah,
I could see us carting components over there or something to have them fixed up.
yeah. Have them sit there and like, all right, come back in like an hour.
The
We'll
other
have them fix
thing
stuff for
that
you.
leads into crafting, a lot of games that have any kind of crafting material, they also have, besides the salvage that we have in our in the game now, where hull scraping and munching and whatnot. A lot of systems that have crafting also have a salvage mechanic where either the you take like a gun off and you run it through
Hmm.
your recycler, right? And in
Yeah,
the recycler, there's like an RNG of this and that or whatever components coming out of that recycling process that you can then subsequently use to make another version of that.
absolutely. I really think that should happen with crafting, just so we can. That'll give salvage gameplay more to do because right now you can't sell anything you salvage, like components or weapons. It's just junk. So, like, all right, let us reuse that. Give salvagers more of a job. Have them pair
Yeah.
up with crafters to rebuild stuff. Like, come on, CIG. Send me the check in the mail.
Yeah, engineering I think is the first time, like the first way that they're going to get us to care about our ships. Stuff like
Oh,
crafting
totally.
will further improve that because, like, if we can do salvage, that means your components have to mean something. So if they don't, then there's no point in salvaging.
Hmm.
Could also have some maybe add-on / unwanted effects caring about your ship. Nowadays, just about anybody will fight just about anybody else because it's easy to repair your ship and get back in the fight or get back out there. When engineering comes on and you have to deal with all that fire and messing around with that thing, you're going to be less apt to maybe take that fight. And your first instinct, instead of fighting, if you've got if you've got just a little bit of game time, you don't have time to mess with all this stuff, your first instinct may be to run every time.
Oh, yeah. Running needs to be more of a thing. You must think, and they've said this, like CIG devs have said this, like inside Star Citizen and Star Citizen Live, like they have said, well, you could run. And of course, people like laugh at that and like, why would I run? I want to fight and stuff like.
Oh no, not
He's
me.
right. He's right. Like, ignore the British accent. He's right.
Well, I think that's also getting into the like separating out, which I've wanted them to do for a while, separating out like arena commander and PU, because like right now it's just every fight is just like an arena commander fight. Like you go in, you see who can kill the other one first, and then good fight in chat, and then move on.
It's a DPS race. It's whoever can apply the most DPS faster.
I think this changes that a bit.
So this is a little moment now. We have some comments that we got actually in we have some comments in the chat room, and we have some comments from the Discord there. Hobo, do you want to start? Do you want to read the?
Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the chat box.
All right. So this is a topic near and dear to this commenter's heart. He was very adamant about this. It's our friend of the show, former co-host Drake Tabbington, aka Tab. So what he says is, there is not a naval vessel in this world that shouts at a crew, "Warning, fire detected," when they need to communicate to put the fire out. Why is the fire alarm not just an alarm of a certain sound? I'm just arguing. There's a reason that no navy in the world uses verbal warnings. He's not done. Like I said, this is near and dear to his heart. Every navy has verbal warnings, but it's the repetition after the call that is made that I think is detrimental. When listening to someone describe the problem in the heat of the moment, the last thing a person needs is another piece of language on repetition shouting, fire detected. To me, it seems a case of the game trying to create a movie, but that doesn't translate in game practice, much less reality.
Whew. Thank you, Tav, for that comment. Tav, first of all, why don't you just come on the show? If you're gonna write these long, which can I tell you something? I totally agree with. So the fire alarm shouts at you?
Oh,
Fire
Yeah.
detected?
it's
Fire
it's
detected.
unrelenting.
Yeah. Why
Fire
not just have
detected.
why not have a fire alarm?
It is a fire
Or
alarm. It says
why
so.
not have a switch to silence the alarm?
That I agree with, though. We need abilities to turn off the fire alarm.
It's right up there with fire extinguisher jetpack.
Dude,
Although one of those I feel
travesty.
like is going to be more likely to happen than the other, but
Well, remember that new sound guy they got on? He was like, "I'm going to make all the sounds." This is his idea, the fire alarm. So
I
Tav,
think
you got to take it up with that guy.
I agree. There should be a switch. Like, there's 100% there should be a switch, but I like the alarm. I know, because we're not all going to have the same naval training you get in real life, where like this alarm means this alarm means this. Like, yeah, I
That's a fair
think
point. And there could be a
players,
lot of alarms
yeah,
on your ship.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You can have alarms for all kinds of things on a
Just
spaceship.
think about what you're saying after 100 hours of fighting fires on your Perseus in a couple of weeks.
Let me put it out. Let me turn off the alarm. Like that, yes. Like if they give that ability, I will have no complaints at all, because then I can just allow myself to burn to a crisp if I want to, which is what I did earlier.
Okay.
We have another comment.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tav. Thank you. The next one is from Cadoyle. He was just reiterating the Inferno took out the Perseus quickly, but his interest is still
Cadoyle, you
full.
were fighting with earlier in the beginning of the show.
Yes, that's
Or
how
yeah.
the clip from earlier, that was from that exchange we were testing. It was a friendly bout.
Shooting the Perseus.
But
Cadoyle
that
was in the
Inferno,
Perseus getting whacked.
yeah, I was in the Perseus and he was in the Inferno, and the Inferno just shreds like components. It was blink and my power plant was dead, because if so one of the big things with engineering that people are going to have to learn where components are. They need to learn, and that's not just for the defensive side of things with engineering, where you got to know where to fix things. It's on the offensive side of things too. Like we sat down and I was in the Perseus's size 8 on the turrets, kind of searching for where to hit. And he was running around inside the Idris to the key components, and I'd had his marker in the party, so I knew where to aim. But you're not going to have that on enemy ships usually. So you kind of just need to learn at least vaguely where things like engineering rooms are on ships.
Okay, very good. I'm realizing now that the other comment we had on the Discord was the same comment that Tav had in the comments here. So I'm not.
He
going
is
to
very
read that.
adamant about this. You should have heard him in chat. He very much despises this repetition of the alarm.
You know what? And can I say the one in the Discord? Much shorter, much quicker to the point, Tav. So
brevity.
I don't know what's happening there.
All right, Cadoyle goes on.
Yeah.
He has more to say. Not much to say. But the Cambio SRT, which is, again, something that most people don't realize exists in the game. That's a large salvage tool. You know how we have the large tractor beam? Well, we have a large salvage beam as well that no one ever has needed until now. Because it
So the
repairs
Cambio
better.
SRT is useful now for repairing over the multi-tool, he says. Does it repair faster, or just does it repair components? What do you mean it's more useful?
So we watched, I watched him trying to repair the Idris's coolers with the little handheld multi-tool. Super slow.
Okay.
So I imagine he went back. Oh, yeah, there we go. He had a follow-up. 26 seconds for 1% compared to 1 minute and 6 seconds for 1%. So sounds like it is much faster at repairing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's more than twice as fast.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. That's great news because no one uses that stupid thing, and now it's no longer stupid. Makes sense.
So to fully repair it is 2.6 hours.
We're talking Idris component.
I know.
2.6 seconds for 1%. So times that'd be 260 seconds.
So you need to have more than one person trying to repair.
That's a couple minutes. That's 4 minutes.
That's also something you're working on in the middle of battle, not after.
Repairing
so after battle, you're just gonna repair it enough so it's functional, so you can drive back to the garage and have the drones come out and repair you.
Unless you're a cheapo and don't want to pay that bill.
Well, he said he paid almost $1 million to repair it.
Yeah.
That's some big money. That's some big money. Speaking of big money, the economy is inflated. I'm not just talking about the real world out there. I'm talking about the real world in Star Citizen. Money is persistent. It's everywhere. We just keep printing more AUEC. I have 30 million. Wiki, you just handed me 30 million. Didn't even seem to affect you. I know that everybody has a shit ton of money right now. Rob, you're going out there. You're selling components to people, and I see you in the armory posting outrageous prices for some of these components.
Yeah, they're silly what they're paying.
I really thought this was the beginning of an ad read for like the Empire's Heritage Institute. But no. Okay.
No. But Cruz Lux is just 4 AUEC.
There it is.
Never inflated, like Arizona iced tea.
Wait, did Arizona go up in price?
Cruz Lux is 7 AUEC.
It's you know what? Take it back.
Inflation
Reverse
sucks.
course. Rewind. But everything but in all seriousness, there's too much money flying around everywhere. I feel like we're being a little robbed here.
There's not enough sinks.
We're getting one.
Sinks.
We're getting one now, though.
Mm-hmm. We're letting that sink in.
It's going to be really interesting if engineering, repairing, and if, like, let's say this becomes a major price sink or money sink, right? For every like 5 or 10 minutes of battling you're going to do, you might have to go out and do a space job like mining or bounty hunting for a couple of hours to make the money to be able to afford to go battling.
They did say combat was to be expensive. Combat was going to be expensive.
That's got to be a deterrent for people. Just
that's another reason. Oh, run away! I can't afford to fight you right now.
Yeah, because here's the thing: if combat
baby needs shoes,
being being seal clubbed is expensive.
True.
Right? It's expensive
right now,
for everybody.
The insurance system is still the same, so you're going to spawn back in with your fresh shit.
Well, I mean, that's probably going to be the thing, why repair it? I can just fraud it and be right back in it.
Yeah, just blow it up and get a new one.
Yeah, that's still going to be a problem for the foreseeable future until we do get insurance updates.
Yeah, but also, they're probably not confident that's stable enough.
Oh yeah, that's
they're not going to
entirely fair.
Yeah. So, is there anything to my just targeted at my two gentlemen in the PTU here, Ankith Doyle in chat, who says repair bills can be lowered by taking the time to repair what you can. All right,
that makes sense.
What a fucking dad advice. Just do it yourself.
Gotta change the oil yourself to save you on the money.
Is there anything in this patch that you were expecting or hoping for in the PTU right now that isn't there?
Solar flares?
Yeah, solar flares.
Why did you expect that? Because we played them.
If I remember right, they're tied to engineering.
Okay, yeah.
I could have been wrong, and I think that might have been too much to deal with.
I guess. We haven't seen what the ship is yet. We have no real indication of what this patch's ship is. There's some hints of what it might be, and tune out now for the next 5 seconds while I say the name. But okay, good. They've tuned out. It was the Apollo Hermes that was hinted at in previous leaks.
Is that
but
another
not,
medical ship?
No, it's supposedly a cargo variant of the Apollo.
Yeah, it's the Apollo medical ship that we have, but it's a cargo variant. So instead of the med beds in those modules, it's just probably cargo space.
Plates.
Maybe the whole inside is cleared and it's just one big cargo elevator.
Which is frankly kind of a boring use of the chassis, but we'll see. Like that's only sort of vaguely been hinted at, and there's not been any new indication of it yet in this patch. But I don't know. I was hoping for maybe something a little more interesting.
I mean, the Apollo's a cool ship, but
yeah, it's fine.
Some of these variants, like you just feel like they're doing it, easiest way out, lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah, like the
cargo one.
Golomox. It's like, okay.
I got a question that's kind of engineering adjacent, but also medical.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we're getting these engineering stations and whatnot, what about ships that have a med bed? I've never seen anywhere, maybe I've just overlooked it, where, your little med gel goo. Is there anywhere you can tell how full that is or how empty it is?
Yeah, in the top right of the medical panel.
Oh, you have to actually go into the medical panel.
Yeah, you got to look at the screen, and it's got like a 100 out of 200 or 200 out of 200, depending on like the size of the bed.
Is it super obvious? Or I must be just missing it.
It would be super cool, Wicket, if you had a med goo cylinder, and you could see the goo like under the bed.
Just glowing.
Well, I'm thinking, even though that's medical, but isn't that also part of engineering? As part of the ship function? Shouldn't that be included in the engineering console somewhere in the MFD?
Maybe. I could see it. Like once we get more functions of a ship, I guess is the way to put it. Because like engineering in its current form is focused on just the state of the survivability parts of the ship.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like that should be like split off to another panel, like a status panel maybe of some kind that's like looking at all of the other.
I think it should be like a progress bar, like somewhere really evident on the bed, because how many times has your goo run out and you couldn't spawn back at the bed?
Yeah, that makes sense. Fair. And if you have like 3 beds in a row, and let's say one of them doesn't have goo, and you're just walking in there, you want to see right away which bed has goo.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You can. You don't have to click in. You don't have to click into the MFD itself. It shows it.
You just,
it shows
in
the
top
look at
right.
it.
Oh, well, Wiki, you gotta work harder. Use those eyes, old man.
Well, unlike some of you, I don't die that much.
Oh, okay.
True. Fired.
I got people around me. I have friends. They res me up.
Your friends are falling down all around you.
Yeah.
I would like a light, some sort of light that's like, if this is red, the bed is like got a red.
The bed is dead. If it's red, it's dead.
Oh, just change the screen color. Change the color.
Yellow, it's half. Green, it's good for goo.
Well, we're getting very much in the caveman. Ooh, color good, color bad. But like sometimes
that's what they're doing though. They're doing that with the doors.
Yeah, it's like those caveman
holograms on the doors,
traffic
right?
lights, red, yellow, and blue, or red, yellow, and green. What am I saying? Blue.
What kind of blue traffic lights you got up there?
It's the fancy ones, man. They're bespoke.
Bespoke traffic lights. I'm colorblind, so I probably wouldn't see those.
And then another thing, the fire extinguishers. I know they have a meter on them when you're holding them. to indicate the fullness of the fire extinguisher. And then the display tells you the temperature. Is that correct? The
Correct.
number? When the fire extinguisher is on the wall in its little cubby, is there an indicator that you can see to see if it's full or empty?
I don't think so, but I also don't know, because when my fire extinguisher ran out on the PTU, I just kind of put it back on and ran off. I didn't look at it.
But it does
should auto
recharge over
refill.
time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how
It'll-
fast. I don't think it's that fast.
No, it can't be too fast, or else you can just spam it.
Mhm.
They'd have to have some limitations here. Wiki, you just want to be walking around. You want to see bars. You want to see charts. You want to see numbers,
Colors.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? 2955. I know we don't have tinted windows or sun visors in the cockpit, but anything. To me, in my mind, things that I take for granted even now in today's everyday world outside of our beloved space fantasy, things that you kind of take for granted, and if they're going for more of that realistic feel, these things seem like self-evident to me.
Well, we are getting lamps.
Oh.
Well,
so all right, that requires some
all right,
explanation.
yeah, take it away with lamps only on Open Comms Radio.
I can't remember what the acronym exactly stands for.
Light amplified something.
Yeah,
I think.
but it's supposed to be sort of our way to. It's supposed to be our night vision, essentially. So for ships, it's supposed to be our night vision for ships, so we can finally see in the frickin' dark. Because how many years has it been? And how many times has it been when you're flying along and you crash because it's dark? All the time. So,
I mean,
in theory,
never.
it's supposed to work with. Oh yeah, I'm sure you've never crashed in the dark.
Not once.
Not a single time.
I'm always pinging.
Well, yeah, you gotta
I'm
do that.
flicking
Which
that.
I think
I
is
got my
stupid,
flick on
but-
my stick.
Yeah, I
I
got
just
one
flick
on
my
my
thumb.
throttle.
Oh yeah, all the
My
time.
fancy new throttle.
I'm like, man, I wish I could just have this ping permanently. Like some kind of green ping screen, so I can always see the outline of the ground in the
Did
darkness.
any of y'all ever play the Heavy Gear franchise?
Heavy Gear?
Heavy Gear.
No.
Darn. All right. So it was a mech game from the 90s and was actually a very interesting product of, I think it was Activision not getting licensed to BattleTech. So they were like, all right, we're going to make our own mecha game franchise with blackjack and hookers.
Oh, all right.
It was pretty good. But it had a low light mode that was kind of green, because everyone thinks that's what all night vision is. It's green. But it was very cool, and I want something, and it had the cool lines like low light, engaged, and such a cool game with. They had night vision down, and that was in the 90s.
It was also from the 90s, the movie Heavyweights. Did you see that movie?
No.
Brock, Rob, you ever seen Heavyweights?
Can't say I have.
What? Wicket?
What?
Okay. If you've seen Heavyweights, write your review of Heavyweights in the comments below. If you've made it this far, Drake loves it. Tav loves Heavyweights. I just watched it again tonight.
It does not have good reviews.
To be fair, none of those movies in the 90s have good reviews. Major Payne, The Sandlot, The Indian in the Cupboard.
This was a Disney movie?
Oh yeah. Dude, Disney made a lot of bangers in the day that
Ben Stiller?
They did not age well. If you have a Disney Plus, you can pop in there right now. You can watch Heavyweights. You won't be disappointed.
Well, I just finished Strange Brew, which had Rick Moranis. Finished that before.
You got Rick Moranis?
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
Strange Goo?
Strange Brew.
Oh, he's an alchemist, or he's a potion maker or something?
He's kind of a fuck up drinker with his brother. They drink a lot of beer, and their whole thing is being Canadian and drinking beer.
That sounds just sounds like a life. It doesn't sound like a movie.
There's a plot to it. It's not it's not an amazing movie, honestly, but it's got Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas as the main characters, and it's got Max von how do I say his last name? Sydow. Yeah, he is the bad guy in it. Actually they specifically wrote that role for him, and it's just kind of this somewhat low budget Canadian comedy, and they managed to get a famous Swedish actor. And he was just coming off of doing his the Seventh Seal. Yeah, which was like one of his most well-known films. Please tell me y'all have seen the Seventh Seal.
No, never. I feel like in a lot of ways none of us we all had very divergent childhoods. I was watching Heavyweights, and Doyle writes, but she's correct about that. Heavyweights is part of dodgeball history. So just background here, what Doyle's talking about. The bad guy in Heavyweights who runs the summer camp at the end gets defeated. And his character arc is that then he changes his name and becomes the bad guy in dodgeball because they're the same character.
Huh.
That
really?
Yeah.
That's a fascinating connection between those movies.
I mean, they have different names, but like he changes the name, but it's like the same character. And he has like a thing about being overweight, and like it's awesome. And how to traumatize. Yeah. It's all about traumatizing children and stuff. A lot of it tracks. I think Ben Stiller had a plan in mind. I think I'm just going to keep playing this guy forever. But that said, we all got here to the same place.
Yep.
Old and playing computer games.
Speaking of old, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
You're only 25.
Whoa! Yay!
Yeah, only 25.
Okay.
Sure.
What do you want for your birthday?
The camaraderie of friends and family.
All right.
I'm not going to be there.
Very well done. Well done.
I'm just getting a little bite out, but then I'll be back for that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll be there.
Very good. Very good.
Also in Idris.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go to an arcade tomorrow for your birthday.
And we're going to Tapas.
Oh, I thought we were. Oh, okay.
The arcade is the bar.
I'm excited. Yeah, you're right. I got him confused.
Oh,
that's a good thing.
It's fine, Hobo. It's just Jar Jar's gonna be really disappointed.
I wanted to play Frogger.
We'll play Frogger in January when we have the bar.
We'll play Frogger, and tomorrow will be Fancy Tapas. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. So this
you were going to show up to the wrong place tomorrow, weren't you?
Yeah, maybe.
He was going to show up to the right place.
Yeah,
I'd be there. I'd be having a blast.
Where are you? It's like, I'm at the Tapas place.
All right. Yes, to have Goonies and it was all right. Goonies was great. Goonies was one. Did you guys watch Goonies?
It's been a while. I think I did.
You've seen it though. You think
you
did?
I don't remember. I think
Look, I've seen so many movies. I can't remember. I don't remember anymore. I've seen Goonies though.
I
did see it. I looked up Heavyweights. I've seen that too, but I don't remember it. It's been a long time ago.
You should give it a rewatch. Rob, did you see Goonies?
No.
Wow.
I was not
thought we had more in common.
Goonies girly.
I remember watching it, like half watching it on a trip or something, and I wasn't fond of it. But
what? I've seen all these movies like 1,000 times. Like Goonies, maybe a dozen times. Heavyweights, I may have seen 1,000 times. I had the VHS, and we ran that tape. I watched it today. I haven't seen it maybe in like 20 years, and I was quoting it left and right, dude. Speaking of good quotes, though, it's the end of the show. This is where we go around and we talk to our guests and we ask them one simple question. Broccoli Rob, is there anything you'd like to say to CAG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
Yeah, Chris Roberts, keep up the good work. Keep making the game that we all wanted to play in the first place, and yeah, keep doing your thing.
Wiki, anything you want to say to Chris Roberts, CAG, or the people on the internet?
Chris, Sandy, I know you're not going to listen to this. Again, fire extinguisher jetpacks. We're all about it. What happened? Don't let us down. You can still do it.
Yeah. We'll have to do something about this. We'll have to make something.
It's unbelievable.
We'll make a petition.
We're gonna do something about this.
Could you imagine somebody's holding the fire extinguisher, the boarding party comes in, the gravity generator on the ship is busted. Now there's a boarding party. There's a guy in the engineering. He's squirting his fire extinguisher trying to put out the fire. And the pirates that are boarding his ship, they shoot at him. They hit his fire extinguisher, punch a hole through it. Now he goes spinning out of control.
Whoa.
Cinema. Anyway.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, even you could use it as an escape device.
Yeah.
Shoot yourself out the airlock or whatever.
My imagination is too grand for
they
Chris Roberts' vision.
They don't know what they have. They really, Well, Hobo, we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Another one in the books. Another one for your birthday.
Yay.
There you go. Well, you know how this usually works here at the end of the show? You gotta play us out. Da 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 da.